we have so much to catch up on. Personally feel like I've done really well on the exams, and I cannot stress enough to anybody planning a career in medicine, do an undergraduate degree, go into medicine later. I think I basically have a girlfriend now.
She's eating it like a civilized person.
Ah, you've really delivered. You've really done a good job. Wow, it's a pretty beautiful day today, and we are back to the med school weekly vlogs. Yes, bet you're happy. I'm not happy that I'm tired. I've got PBL, 20 minutes, let's go. I'm at PBL, and I didn't even have time to have my morning coffee. And I've just finished my first PBL case open of case 2 because last week I actually wasn't here for the case open of case 1. But it's a new case on gastric ulcers with a new PBL group and a new PBL demonstrator who is facilitating our case. I've said it before and I'll say it again. It's the best thing about living here. Coffee. Hi, we have so much to catch up on since last released a full week in my life at medical school. I have turned 28, let's start with that. It's also 2023. It's the new year. We had Christmas. I went skiing for my birthday. I sat the SEM4 exam, which is notoriously known as being the hardest exam at Manchester Med School, all to do with the neurological system and everything else. I also had my progress test and the CCAs. And guys, I can't lie, I don't know what the results are yet because the results come out on the 13th of February, and it is currently the 7th of February, so we have got a little bit of time until those exam results come out. But I personally feel like I've done really well on the exams. I crammed so much, and I decided instead of vlogging, I would just prioritize all my time towards studying. Progress test was okay. I just basically did past papers, and the CCAs went really, really well. There was only actually 4 CCA stations: an anatomy station, which I did really well on, a station on more anatomy, which I did pretty well on, a drug dilution, which I really messed up on. I can't believe it. It went so well throughout the entirety of the drug dilution. And then the last step, which is where you've calculated the amount of drug to take out, you take the drug out, you do the whole procedure properly, and all you've got to do is just put it in the correct vial. I decided to put it in the original drug vial. So I took out the drug, showed the examiner, blah, 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 and then basically put it back in the drug vial. And I was like, oh my God. And I apologized and I said, let me start again. And I did the whole thing again. And just in the nick of time, I managed to do it. But I'm not sure whether or not that is a fail because it's just a procedural error. But obviously I amended it, I rectified it, and I put it in the correct vial, but it was just such a stupid mistake. And then the last station was just a consultation with the patient. So exams all in. I'm happy that I got SEM3 out, and now we can start on SEM4, which is all about the gastrointestinal system. Yeah, guys, I just had a really good Christmas break. And when I say Christmas break, I'm actually referring to the 5 days that we had off after my final exam, which is on the 25th of January, because my birthday, my 28th birthday, was on the 26th of January. And then I went skiing, as I said, which was the most amazing time in Val d'Isère in France with my sister to celebrate my birthday, and with her boyfriend, some of his friends. It was just absolutely amazing. I love skiing so much. I did my eye in by falling and smacking the ground, which wear goggles and wear a helmet always. Be aware that if you do wear goggles, you're gonna smash your face into the goggles. But that was absolutely amazing, and there's so much positive news right now. It's amazing. I think I basically have a girlfriend now. Yeah, you're probably gonna meet her at some point on the vlog. Actually, you definitely will. I'm gonna force her to be on the vlog. She doesn't have a say in it. You know, I was going on quite a few dates with her over the Christmas period in November, December, and ultimately it is now the 7th of February, and it is Valentine's Day on the 14th. And I've not actually made it official, but it is pretty official. We see each other 4 or 5 days a week. I know that sounds ridiculous, but she lives like 5 minutes around the corner, so I'm spending so much time at hers. I'm happy because I just definitely feel like that was probably a missing part of my life in terms of me being able to prioritize what's important to me. It definitely felt like it was a distraction, not having someone to just focus on, and then being able to focus on all my work related things such as my studies, my DJing, my business, and obviously these YouTube videos. I'm just glad that now I've got one person that I can just run things through, and we talk about all issues and things that stress us out. And it's just good to have that one kind of person, that one kind of rock. Because also, as you guys know, Matt, my best friend in the world that I used to live with in this flat, has actually moved out now. He got a new job in London. So I've got a new tenant which I'm living with, which I found in spare room. He's called Alex. But that is pretty much everything off the top of my head that I can think of updating you on. There's just so much that's happened, so much that's gone on. I think it is time to, get started on some studying, because all of last week, which was case 1, I decided not to vlog for because I got back from my ski trip on Tuesday night and I missed a full day of university, 2 sessions. So I've got 2 absences, which is really bad. But that was essentially because they didn't release the timetable soon enough. The university literally released the timetable 3 days before the term started. So obviously that didn't give me any time to plan my ski trip, which I was definitely going on. So the plan for today is to get through as much of case 1 as possible, which is all about esophageal cancer. And once I've got through case 1 and as much as possible as I can, then tomorrow we're gonna get started on case 2, which is all about gastric ulcers. Let's get into it. I actually cannot believe how expensive my bi-weekly food shop has got. This, everything that you see here, £95. It just blows my mind. And I'll finish it in like a week. So one thing I want to share with you guys about what's been helping me recently really level up my productivity in terms of getting through content and understanding content is when I read something that I'm not entirely sure what it means. I have actually been using Chat.GPT OpenAI, and if you guys don't know about it, then I don't know what's going on, because it's been taking the world by storm. Basically, it's using AI to help understand concepts and principles in a digestible way. So for example, right here, I have just read, treatment of dysphagia depends on both the locus and the specific etiology. I just want to elaborate on what that exactly means, because I understand locus to be location, but I'm not entirely sure if that's what it means. So what I will simply do is I will copy and paste that and put that into OpenChat AI and type in what is meant by, and then literally just put that in and then press enter. And it will give me, as it said, it's just given me a fantastic description of exactly what I wanted to know. And honestly, I can't stress to you enough, OpenAI has been massively helpful in my revision period when it comes to just not really understanding principles, not really understanding a concept. I'll copy and paste the full section in there and it will just categorize things in a way that is understandable. Yeah, really, really helpful. And I've got about an hour, 2 hours of studying in case 1. Sorry, so I've got to give you one more example of how amazing OpenChatGPT AI thing is. I literally just read this section on achalasia and it didn't really make sense, these few bullet points that are written in my notes. So I just literally said, explain the pathophysiology of why achalasia arises, and then copy and pasted all of the information from the notes into the AI system, and it reworded everything in the most succinct and understandable form. And I basically just turned that into my question bank. It is phenomenal and an amazing way of learning. But sometimes there are very minor inconsistencies, but you've just got to check over them and confirm them if you are unsure. But ultimately, it is a really, really good way of digesting content that's complex and confusing, and you just need to structure things a bit better. Oh my God. So because I got so carried away with all the studying that I was doing, I completely forgot that I had an anatomy tutorial at 4 p.m. in 9 minutes. And I've just gone and put on a load of food, some veggies and some food in the microwave, some chicken and sweet potato, which is super annoying because I'm gonna have to go to this tutorial because I can't miss it, get another absence, and I'll just have to eat this food when I get back and it'll be dry, cold and miserable. Let's do it. Let's go. And that is the end of the anatomy tutorial. There was a lot in that, all of the mesenteries and the peritoneum and the sympathetics and parasympathetic nervous system. Wow, lots of anatomy, but fortunately, because I had an undergraduate degree in biomedical sciences, I actually knew quite a lot of it. I have no idea what's going on at uni and why it's so busy. So many people, but I kind of miss it. Being on campus and just feeling like I'm actually at university. Fortunately, the food's not ruined. It actually wasn't even cold after that full hour. A minute in the microwave, sorted. Absolutely beautiful. Look at that, homemade everything. But actually a really good anatomy tutorial. Learning all about the mesenteries and the innervation, parasympathetics, sympathetics. Do you know what? I cannot stress enough how helpful it is that I have done an undergraduate degree in biomedical science. I can't imagine what it's like to study medicine, learning all this stuff for the first time on top of everything else. It must be so overwhelming. And I cannot stress enough to anybody planning a career in medicine, do an undergraduate degree, go into medicine later. What's the difference with an extra 3 years at university, doing an undergraduate in something quite similar like biomedical sciences, where it's quite laid back, quite chill, you've got as much of a chance of getting into medicine after. It's a little bit more competitive as a graduate, but that being said, it still puts you in a much better standing because at least you're gonna know whether or not this is what you wanna do or not. So that undergraduate degree just meant that, I was sitting in that tutorial just hearing a lot of the same things for the second time. And that's a really advantageous position to be in because I know a lot of the other students in the session were like, what are they hearing? This is just so confusing to them. And I get it, I appreciate that, but thank God I've got this undergrad that made it so much easier and makes my life a lot easier at university. Let's eat this and watch a lecture. Is review one of my YouTube videos for my medic channel, for this channel, and of course, wow, that's ironic because that's exactly what I'm doing now, reviewing this video. Okay, so I've probably done around 4 hours of studying so far. I've got pretty much most of case 1 finished. I just need to do BSS and a little bit on stroke. But now I'm gonna go and do a workout and yeah, do a little bit more before bed. And so I'm back from the gym and I've just cooked a delicious chicken madras, turkey madras in fact, and it's 12:10, which is shocking. I'm just not gonna be able to sleep for another few hours, no doubt, but it's absolutely delicious. Great workout, I feel great about it. And yeah, just gonna enjoy this and catch you guys tomorrow. Big day of studying. Good morning, and it's actually nearly the afternoon because it's 11:15 and this is just the time of the day that I start my day now. So since I've not eaten, I decided that I'm gonna come for some breakfast with Jenny. She's just run off. So she's making me some English breakfast. Got some bacon, beans. I literally do have swimming in 45 minutes, so I'm gonna eat here with Jenny, get some work done, and yeah, head over to swimming. I think you need to put it a bit higher. Yeah. The tray needs to go a bit higher.
No, it won't go any higher.
The bacon is not cooking.
That's the highest it will go.
Look at that, you've really delivered. You've really done a good job. Benefits of breakfast here. And so I just got back from swimming with the university squad, which was really good fun as per usual. And I'm just having some lunch now, same thing that I ate last night because I'm lazy. The lecture series that I'm gonna finish off whilst eating this food is end of life care. We're learning all about what's involved in a death certificate, what the different kinds of euthanasia are, what is considered acceptable, what isn't acceptable, and how actually being a doctor, no kind of facilitation in any kind of hastening death is acceptable. Let's continue watching, let's continue eating. Right, guys, I've got to share this with you. This is so funny. So basically, Jenny that you guys have just met, who was on the vlog, I've been dating her now for about 3 months. You know, we've been getting really close, and she's definitely expecting me to make it official. It's Valentine's Day next week. It's currently the 7th of February. So, I don't know if you guys have heard of Shabazz Says. He's the funniest guy ever. I'm gonna insert a little clip of his video right here.
Episode of I'm Rich Your Paul. Look at this expensive self-moving
So
pram.
as you can see, hilarious, he goes viral. So I thought I'll do a cameo of him asking her out to show her on Valentine's Day, to just like show her and she can just laugh at it. And he just sent me the video and I think it's absolutely hilarious. Please let me know what you guys think. There we go.
I beg your pardon. Is that Matt? Matt, you haven't asked Jenny to be your girlfriend. It's been 3 bloody months. What are you waiting for? What do you think this is, Love Island? Oh, have a day off. What are you waiting for, you povo? Ask her out already. Well, I guess me doing this means that you want it to be official though, don't you? So, Jenny, will you be Matt's girlfriend? Despite him making you wait 3 months and also being really poor, make it official. Go on.
That is so funny. I absolutely love that. I thought that'd be a really clever way of doing this. Please let me know what you guys think. But in next week's vlog, you guys will be able to look forward to that because I will be recording her reaction when I take her out for dinner. I'm gonna play that video and we will see what response we get. So make sure you tune into next week's video by subscribing to the channel. And there you go, you're gonna find out all about it. All right, so I have done just about 2.5, 3 hours of work today. Really not been very productive. I think having gone swimming, it just kind of gave me a lot of energy. And then my editor for my main travel channel just sent me another edit and I think it's absolutely fantastic. So I got carried away watching that. But I am starving, so I text Jenny, let's go and get a pizza. So that's where we're going. I'm hungry. And so we've come to the second best pizza place in the whole of Manchester, Franco Manca. How is it?
Delicious.
Is it delicious?
It's delicious.
She's eating it like a civilized person. I'm there with the old pizza cutter and the hands.
The way pizza, of course, should be eaten. So as you can see, so much happened this week in Case 2. So I've decided to split this week's video into 2 episodes. Part 1, which is the one that you've just seen, and next week's upload, which will be the last 2 days, Thursday and Friday. And so much more exciting stuff happened. So make sure you subscribe if you want to watch that video when it comes out next week. Hit the subscribe button and also hit the bell notification button so you get notified every time I post the weekly uploads. But as always, I hope you've enjoyed this one. If you have, hit the like button as well, and I'll see you in part 2 next week.